Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the Marvel Retro Series Captain America figure. Now I gotta tell you guys, there's a little bit of a story before I actually get into the review on this one, because as a kid I actually collected the Toy Biz line these are based on, but I never ever managed to find Captain America. And as a kid I loved him and I wanted a Cap figure so bad. And the real kicker is, you could find U.S. Agent, and all he was a repainting of Captain America. You could still see where they covered the sculpted star up on his chest, and oh, it made me so mad. Years later as an adult, I did actually go out and find a Captain America in a thrift shop. So you can get a look here at their packaging. So it's really nice to see that they're going back and giving this line a little bit of love. We'll get a comparison of the back. You can see they were really faithful to the design style. So we'll throw the vintage cap off here. They removed the actual shield launching gimmick, and instead they gave him, it's a reuse, but it's probably my favorite Captain America accessory in recent years, the sculpted hand, where you can actually clip the shield on and it looks like he's being thrown. So I am ecstatic to have this guy. That being said, let's open him up. And here we have Captain America out of the packaging. I went ahead and swapped out his alternate shield throwing hand. Now of course that shield is totally removable, and we'll show that in just a moment. Getting a quick 360 of this guy, there's a lot of really nice detail, little tweaks to a normal Captain America figure you wouldn't think about to make this guy shine. Brighter blue, they've actually put a little detailing up here on his chest to make it a little more like the mail, plate mail for his armor. But let's actually pop this shield off here. So you can see it just pegs right into this throwing effect. And it's got the standard little deal they've been doing for a few years now, where you can flip it out. Instead of pegging into his back, you can have it go into his hand. Pull that off. Pop his standard hand on here. And clip it right on his wrist. There you have a much more traditional posed cap. They did do a really nice job on this effect. You can tell the red turns into an almost white to give it that kind of a motion blur almost. So, get him standing here and get a look at that detail we were talking about. Zoom in on his head. You can see, I can actually tell that they really rethought this guy when they designed him. You can see the yellow of his eyebrows poking through, again the chainmail I was talking about. And it's hard to tell without another Captain America right beside him, but they just went with brighter colors which really make this guy pop. And I'm glad to see that. So, bring him out. Again, they've been doing this for a few years now, but it's such a little effect that really makes every Captain America figure so much better. You can pull the shield off, flip that tab, pop the shield onto his back. Other caps have done the actual shoulder straps, which you could probably work onto this guy if you wanted to. Now, as far as his articulation, his head's very stiff in the up and down because of the way he's sculpted. Very thick neck on Cap. His head does do a full 360. Arms go out to about here. Full 360. Spin at the bicep. Double jointed elbows, spin and hinged wrist. He has standard torso articulation. You can hear it clicking. Legs go forward, back out, spin at the quadricep. A little bit stiff, but not too bad. Double jointed knee, and a very nice ankle joint. A little bit stiff as well, with an ankle pivot. So, this guy, when I first saw these, for some reason, I just thought they were going to be a little bit lesser quality than Marvel Legends. I thought they were going to be smaller. I thought they were going to be just all around kind of a downgrade to play on the nostalgia of people like me who grew up seeing these things in stores. So I didn't buy them the first time I saw them in stores. And I kind of went back to Target a couple of times. I kept seeing this guy on the shelf, and I ended up buying him. And my intention was just to stick him on the shelf next to the retro Toy Biz stuff I had. and leave him there. But after a while looking at him, I just couldn't help myself. I had to open this guy up to have him on display with the rest of my Captain America stuff. And that being said, let's get a couple of quick scale comparisons in here. And here we have the Toy Biz Retro Cap alongside a few of the other Legends Captain Americas. This one from one of the more recent series, and this of course being the Secret Wars one that introduced that whole shield throwing gimmick such as it is. And when I first saw these, like I said before, I thought they were supposed to be a bit lower quality than Legends, and along with that, I thought they were supposed to be about an inch shorter. Now, I don't know if someone told me that or if that's just a thought that popped into my head, but these guys are fully in scale with Marvel Legends, and that's a really, really great thing. I love that this is such a classic Captain America with one of the nicest Captain America effects in recent years. You can see just alongside these two, the color makes him pop so much better on a shelf, at least in my personal opinion. Now that being said, at the time I'm making this video, this Retro Wave 1 has came and went. A few stores still have a few in, but online, a lot of these have hit clearance. BigBadToyStar.com I know has them clearanced, and you can get this Captain America. He was supposed to be $20. A lot of these stores, he's running about $11 to $15. Not bad at all for a Legends figure. Now, of course, if you've got a ton of Captain Americas and you just don't buy the retro gimmick as much as I do, maybe you can skip him. But me personally, as a Cap fan, especially having all the nostalgia for that old figure, this is one of my favorite Captain America figures I've bought in recent years. I highly recommend picking him up, especially at the current slash prices. And that being said, this is JTrain997, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.